Hello, welcome to the fifth and final episode of the ANKI Masterclass. We have covered everything from how to make basic yet effective flashcards, how to add special add-ons that will optimize your study sessions, and that just leaves us with my settings. And the settings are very important in ANKI if you want to have the most effective and efficient study sessions. So what you do is, if we just go into tools, we can firstly just look at my preferences. So I wouldn't really mess with any of this. If you're on night mode, you can. I have a custom background, so I don't use it. Scheduling. Again, just leave it as it is. I wouldn't mess around with any of this. And the reason is because ANKI has a clever algorithm which incorporates spaced repetition. So I would just leave that as it is, just to keep studying the most effective as you can. You want things to sync, especially if you have it on multiple tablets. You just want to leave your preferences as they are. So what is important is your actual options. So what you do is you click on the settings button over here next to a deck. So I'm going to use my current year MBBS 3 deck. You just click on it, click options. So what you want to do is leave this as it is. Order, you want to show new cards in a random order, and that's because you don't want to make it predictable. When you're making cards and say you're reviewing the next day after, all the cards showing the same order, they're almost too predictable. So you want to make it somewhat challenging for yourself and show new cards in a random order. The amount of new cards per day, I like to leave that. I like to increase that limit to the maximum, and the reason is because I think it's normally about the default is 20, and sometimes especially in my course and many other courses, you're going to be making a lot of cards. So it's just worth increasing that limit so you actually do cover all the new cards. It's not the end of the year when your exams are and you have about 500 new cards left. You want to leave the graduating interval in easy interval and starting easy. Again, this is all algorithm stuff that ANKI has designed itself, which is very clever, and you just don't want to mess around with that. In terms of reviews, again, the maximum reviews should be the maximum you can do in a day. I like to spend 30 minutes. Some people might spend longer, and you don't want to mess around with the rest of it. Again, you want to leave all of this as it is. The leech threshold is normally like 10, and what that does is it either suspends or tags the card, and it basically is like, say you got a card wrong 10 times, it just sort of suspends it and says it's a leech card, you're never going to get it right. And I don't think that's fair, right? Some cards are just really hard to learn, so I like to put that up to 99 because eventually you will learn it. And if you watch the other episodes anyway, I'm sure you'll be making efficient flashcards. None of that should be leeches. This one here, if you have the speed focus downloaded, which you should, and basically you want to play an alert after 15 seconds just to sort of wake you up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, speed focus, go check out the last episode. And you want to show the answer after 20 seconds just to keep you alive. So that makes sure you only spend 20 seconds per card. I don't want it to automatically rate something good because maybe I might have accidentally forgot to pause or something. We don't want it to do that. You don't want to, because it might actually be a really hard card. You can show answer timer if you want. I think that's just quite distracting, but I'll just leave that as it is. One last thing, if we just go back to preferences, some cards like to, on scheduling, some people like to show new cards before reviews. Problem with that is you might not get around to the reviews, and if you don't get around to the reviews, you've sort of messed up the algorithm ANKI has set up for you. Of this, the spatial repetition, a component of it, you might as well just not use ANKI. So actually you want to mix your new cards and reviews. And as long as you're consistent, you will cover all your new cards, you will cover all your reviews. And this just makes sure that you actually maintain the algorithm. So that is all for my settings and for my masterclass. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at jc.tuition@outlook.com. I'll leave that in the description, along with my website, which is www.jctuition.net. And that has way more free resources on it that will help you study more effectively. Finally, please like and subscribe if you found this masterclass useful. I will continue adding valuable content on this channel, and goodbye.